Shalom and welcome to Hebrew with Mime. Today we're going to be learning Hebrew from the Torah portion Emor, which is the command form for the verb lemor, and so it means say or speak. And it's found in Leviticus chapter 21, verse 1 to 24, verse 23. And in a nutshell, Emor starts with laws pertaining to the Kohanim, or the priests, the Kohen Gadol, or high priest. Kohen is priest, and Gadol is high. And it also has laws about the temple service. It talks about how a Kohen may not become ritually unclean through contact with a dead body unless the person who died is a close relative. And it talks about how a Kohen may not marry someone who is divorced or has a promiscuous past. He can only marry a virgin. And he must not have any physical deformity, or else he can't serve in the temple. And a deformed animal also cannot be brought as an offering. So we have Kohanim today that would actually be eligible to serve in the temple. But if someone is a Kohen by ancestry, but yet he has married someone who doesn't qualify as a legitimate wife for a priest according to the Torah, then he is disqualified as a Kohen. So even his ancestry might be a Kohen, if any of his line, the males in his line, in his ancestry, have married a non-Israelite or a non-virgin or anything like that, then the line is broken. Also, in this Torah portion, it talks about how a calf or a lamb or a kid has to stay with its mother for 7 days before it can be offered as an offering in the temple, and that an animal and its child, its offspring, cannot be sacrificed on the same day or slaughtered on the same day. And of course, this Torah portion includes Leviticus 23, which talk about the festivals in the Jewish calendar, starting with the weekly Shabbat, and also all the annual festivals like Passover on the 14th, and Chag HaMatzot, or the Feast of Unleavened Bread, from the 15th through the 22nd. 15th through the 21st, sorry. And then the Omer counting, which we are in the middle of today. Actually, today is Lag BaOmer, which is the 33rd day of the count of the Omer. And this, of course, culminates to Shavuot, which is the 50th day, which is coming soon. And then we have, of course, the Yom Teruah, Rosh Hashanah on Tishrei 1, and then Yom Kippur on the 10th of Tishrei, and then Sukkot, and Shmini Atzeret, or the last great day, or the 8th day. And then this Torah portion talks about the lighting of the menorah in the temple, and the showbread, which is called Lechem HaPanim, literally bread of the presence, which is placed on the table in the temple. And at the end, Emor talks about a man who was executed for blasphemy, as well as the penalties for murder and for injuring someone or destroying his property. Okay, so we're going to read just the first 3 verses, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to do the Hebrew for all 3. We're going to see, maybe we'll only get time for 2 of them. But here in English, it says, Leviticus 21, "And the Lord said to Moses, Speak to the Kohanim, the sons of Aaron, and say to them, Let none of you defile himself for a dead person among his people, except for his relative who is close to him, his mother, his father, his son, his daughter, his brother, and for his virgin sister who is close to him, who is not yet with a man for her. He shall defile himself. So it's saying that he can become ritually unclean for a close relative right here, and it describes a few. So one second, I'm just going to test to make sure everything is working here. That he can become ritually unclean for a close relative right here, and it describes. Okay, yes, it is working. Okay, great. Let's go on. Okay, so first we have a vav with a patak. So this says va, and then we have a yud, and then this aleph has a cholem. So this is o. So this is yo, va yo, and then this is a mem with a segol, which says me. This segol says e. So this is me, and then aresh closes out the syllable. So this is mer, vayomer, vayomer, which means and he spoke. Okay, literally, the va part is and. The yud prefix right here makes this verb future tense, but because of the presence of this vav, it reverses the tense, so it turns it from imperfect to perfect. So it's instead of he will say, it says and he said. Okay, so this is and he said, and this is the verb for, but the subject is this word right here. This is the sacred name Yod He Vav He. So we just say Adonai or Hashem. So Hashem spoke. Okay, Hashem spoke, and this is an aleph with a segol which says and lamed closes the syllable out. So we say el, which means to, and this is a mem which says and then this shin. The dot right here does double duty. It says that this letter is a shin, and it also says that this is an o sound, the o vowel, cholem, like this and like this right here. Okay, so this is mo, and then the shin has this vowel right here, which is a segol. So it says and this he is silent. So this is she, Moshe, which is, of course, Moses. In Hebrew, El Moshe. So Hashem spoke to Moshe. And this is the name of our Torah portion right here, Emor. So this is an aleph with a chatef segol. So this is and this is a mem with a cholem, and then this reish together says mor, Emor, Emor. And the accent is on the second syllable because of this trope mark. This is another trope mark, so we know the accent's on this syllable. And here's a trope mark right here. And the trope mark here is on the second syllable, so it's vayomer, not vayomer, but vayomer. That's what these trope marks do, among other things. So this verb right here, emor, is the same as this verb, vayomer. The difference is the tense. This is and he spoke, and this is command form, speak, emor, okay? This is an L, just like this one. It means to, right? L. And this is a hey with a patak, which is ha, and then a kaf with a cholam, which is ko, and then the hey with a patak again says ha. So ha, ko, ha, and then a nun with a chirik, and the yud together says ni, and the mem sofit closes it out, so it's nim. Hako, hanim. This is a secondary accent mark, so we say hako, hanim. This is the main accent mark right here, and this is a chatef patak. This shavar right here reduces this patak sound, so you want to make sure to not accent this syllable for sure. So hakohanim, hakohanim, and the ha means the. Kohen is priest. Kohanim is priests, plural. Okay, so hakohanim, to the priests. So Hashem spoke to Moshe. Maybe you'd put a comma or something like that. And so he said, speak to the priests. And then we have a bet right here. So we say, and the shava says bit. Remember, bet has a belly button, and vet does not. I can't find a vet here though. So this is b, and this is a nun with tsere, and they together is ne, bene. Ben is son, bene is, okay, hold on. Ben is son, banim is sons, plural. Bene is sons of, plural. Okay, sons of, bene. Okay, and the accent is on the second syllable because this is a trope mark right here. And then we have an aleph with a patach, and this is a. And again, we have that vertical line, which indicates this is a secondary accent mark. So a, and then we have a chatef patach. So this is a ha, but it's not emphasized. This a will be emphasized more than this ha. So a ha, and then this is a resh, a resh with a cholem, and then nun suffix says n like an n, right? So it's ron. This cholem says oh, so it's ron, aharon. And this is the main accent mark right here, this etnachta. So the accent is on the second syllable. We have a secondary accent here. So it's not aharon, it's aharon, okay? Aharon. And this means Aaron, of course, in Hebrew. Sons of Aaron, or children of Aaron. Or actually, it is literally sons of Aaron. Okay, and then we have a vav right here again with a shiva. So it says vi, means and then we have an aleph with a kamatz, which says a. And this is a, and there's that secondary accent again, the a. And we have a mem with a patach, so it says ma. And then we have a resh, and this sigol is going to be silent. This shiva is going to be silent, which often is in the middle of a word, especially following a patach. So the amar, and then we don't pronounce the shiva, and this is a tav with a kamat, so this is ta. So this is ve'amarta. This is the main accent mark right here. This munach. So ve'amarta. So again, this if you see this verb. Has the same root again as this and this. We have the aleph, mem, and resh, aleph, mem, resh, aleph, mem, resh, and they all have to do with saying or speaking. Okay, so this is and he spoke. This is speak, command form. This is you spoke. Okay, or you spoke, and with the vav, it's going to reverse the tense, so it's you will speak. Okay, so the ta part means you, and the vav part reverses the tense. So this is you spoke. Amarta means you spoke, and with the vav it reverses the tense. So it makes it from you spoke to you will speak. Okay, you will speak. Okay, and then we have an aleph with a chatef patach. This is a, and then we have a lamed with tzedek, so it says le, a, le, and the hey with a sagol, and the mem sofit says hem. Okay, hem. So alehem, alehem. This al part means to, just like this, and hem means them. Okay, so to them, and you'll speak to them, alehem, v'amata alehem. And then we have the lamed with a shiva, so this says le, and then we have a nun with a sagol, which says ne. Sagol says right? And this is the accent marker here, so le ne. And usually when there's two sagols next to each other, the accent is going to be on the first sagol, not the second one. Le ne. Now we have a fe with a sagol, so this is fe with a shin. It says fesh, le nephesh, le nephesh. And this lamed can be 2 or 4. And nephesh is soul. But because of the context of this verse, we know this means a dead soul, basically a dead person. Soul, or can also be translated as person. So this is specifically in context speaking of a deceased person, though. Okay, and we know that from the context of the rest of the passage. However, I don't know if we're going to cover that today in this lesson, but You can read on to find out, to verify that. Okay, and then we have a lamed, and then we have an aleph with cholam. So this is also lo. This is a negative, so no or not. Okay, and this is a yud with a chirik. So this says yi, and this is a tet with a patach. So it says ta, yi ta, and this is a mem with a kamatz. So it says ma. Okay, and this aleph is silent. Yitama. This means he shall not become unclean. Okay, so the yud makes it third person, he, and this is he shall be unclean. Okay, it's imperfect tense, and the lo means no or not. So it says he shall not become unclean. Okay, yitama. This is like the words tahor and tameh, clean and unclean, right? This is yitama is like tameh. So yitama, he shall be unclean. So lo yitama, sorry, is he shall not become unclean. Okay, then we have a bet with a shavah, so it says beh again, and then we have an ayin with a patach, so it says ayin is silent, and we have a mem with a kamat, so it says ma. This is going to be silent, and then the vav will sound, so we'll pronounce this mav. Okay, be'amav, and this is the accent mark. Sof pasuk is always at the end. This is the trope mark, so this will act as the only accent mark because there's no other one here. Be'amav, and then be, it can mean at, in, and here it means with. Okay, with, and this is is people, mav is his people. Okay, his people. So he shall not become unclean with his people. Okay. Next verse. I think we'll only be able to do this verse and not the third one. Okay, so ki. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Okay, I won't go letter by letter in this verse. We'll just talk about the definitions, okay? For time's sake. Okay, so this is ki. And it means for, because, or but. In this context, it's but. But im. This is with, but with. Ki'im, and this is lish'ero, which means for his remainder, or to his remainder. Literally, it's for his remainder, but it refers to a relative. So for his relative, okay, lish'ero. So for his relative, the le part is for, and the o part right here, the vav is his. Okay, so lish'ero, and this is ha karov. Okay, and this is the, and it's implied in English. You would translate it to be more pronounceable. Would say the one who is, and then the karov part means near or close by. It's like it's related to the word also like kiruv, to bring close, or korban, which is used to mean, you translate it often as sacrifice, but it's the thing that brings us close to Hashem, right? Sacrifices brought Israel closer to Hashem. So hakarov, this means the one who's close. Okay, the root is near or close. That's what the root of that means. Hakarov, the one who is close. So for his relative who is close, right? And then we have elav. Elav, the L part again, like the L here and even here, it's al, but still the same word, the aleph and lamed. So that's the same aleph lamed. It means two, and then the av part makes it third person masculine. So to him, okay? The one who is close to him, elav, to him. And we have here le imo, okay? So le is the for part. The im here is it means mother, okay? And the o, just like this vav right here, this vav and even this vav indicates third person masculine. So this is his relative, right? To him, that's what this vav means. And this is his mother, for his mother, okay? Okay, and then we have Ula aviv, okay? So again, we have and then the lamed is for. Av is father, and the eve part is his. So Ula aviv and his father, and for his father. Av is father, and again, the eve part means his. Even though we pronounce it differently, here we pronounce it as eve, here we pronounce it as o, here we pronounce it as av, and here again it's o. But it's always, because we see the vav, it's always third person masculine. So it's his father, his mother, him, to him, his relative, okay? And then we have, so that's when the vav is at the end, oftentimes. And then, of course, again, here we have velivno, okay? So again, we have the vav in the front, which means and. We have the lamed, and even though we have a chirik here, which says li, it still means for, okay? Sometimes the lamed has the chirik, sometimes lamed, here, so this has the shava, but still it means for. It still means for. The presence of this lamed means for. The vowels chosen are more for ease of pronunciation than necessarily for meaning, okay? So and then we have leave, no, right? So the ven, the ben part, the v, n, right here, it's the same bet nun or vet nun, and it means the same as this bet nun right here. It means sun, okay? Even though we pronounce it differently, leave no, right? So this is sun, and this is this o again. It's just like this vav, which means his, okay, and for his son. And then we have ulevito, okay, so ulevito. So again, this means and, even though here we say v, and over here we say u, the vav still means and then we have the l, which means for, just like here. And then here we have vit, but really, if it was all alone, if this root were all alone, we would say bat, which means daughter. And the o part again means his. So and for his daughter, okay, ulvito. And then we have the vav here again, which says u, and it means and, right? So ul achiv, and or, okay, for, and ach is brother, and so achiv is his brother, okay, and for his brother. Okay, so we won't do this for lack of time's sake, and I'm going to just do a little bit of trope. So I have a video, a different video on my website, HebrewMime.com, that goes over the cantillation marks. Okay, if you go onto my website and you hit Learn Trope and watch maybe the first 2 videos, you can learn what all the cantillation marks sound like. Okay, these are the cantillation marks that are found in the Torah. But for now, we're just going to study the ones in the first verse. Okay, so this is a mapach. Mapach says mapach, and this is pashta. So this is vayomer Adonai, and this is katon. So this is el Moshe. So this is a separator. We know that right here we can put a period or sometimes a comma or even a colon. I would put a colon here because of what the verse means. So Hashem spoke to Moses or to Moshe, colon. And this is what he said. We would probably put like quotation marks in English if we were translating this, right? This is Mercha Tibcha. So this is Emor El HaKohanim. And this is Munach Et Nachta. So this is Bnei Aharon. Okay, and this is another separator. This specific trope, some tropes are separators, some are connectors, and some separators are harder than others. So these two are kind of hard separators. You could put like a comma after here. So Hashem spoke to Moses, and this is what he said, right? Speak to the priests, the children of Aaron, and then maybe another period right here, okay? Bnei Aharon. And this is Munach Katon. So this is Ve'amarta Alehem. And say, and you shall say to them, okay, comma, maybe right here. And this is Mercha. So this is Lenefesh. So for a person, but in context, a deceased person, remember? So this is Tibcha. So Lo yitama, you shall not become unclean. Be'amav, so this is sof pasuk. So with the Hebrew it's be'amav. So this means with his people. Okay. Okay. So thank you for learning Hebrew with me. And if you are interested in Hebrew classes for children or adults, personal or group, please contact me. And please join my Facebook group if you haven't done so. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. And have a Shabbat Shalom.